Welcome back to the attic, Nicole here. Now that it's officially been a year since we've had our Glowforge, I wanted to take an opportunity to give you guys a full deep dive, how I feel about it, how I like it, what I would like to change about it, overall pros and cons now that we've had the time with the machine. Please know I am a full paying customer of Glowforge's. I paid full price for my machine. They are offering me no money to give this review. I just want to be able to help people that are trying to make the choice to buy a Glowforge understand why I bought this one and why I didn't buy the other ones. If you are looking to get a Glowforge, however, feel free to check out the link in the description. I do have a referral code that will save you up to $500 off of your purchase. I wanted to start this video off with really why I bought this specific Glowforge, and that really kind of ties into the pros of the Glowforge overall. The number one reason I bought this machine was simply because of ease of use. I bought this for a hobby. I had no intention of it becoming WhenGeeksCraft or it becoming a complete side business for me. I bought it because I needed something that was a creative outlet that wasn't me hand painting everything or 3D printing things. This specific Glowforge Basic was the lowest price to entry for me for a high quality machine that wasn't a K40. A K40 is a laser engraver that is a Chinese laser that a lot of people end up buying from Amazon. K40s are great if you're interested in tinkering and wanting to make it work for you, do custom modifications to it. I simply wanted a machine that was done and ready to go right out of the box. I also wanted something that was relatively safe. I had no idea what I was getting into. I wanted a product that I could stand behind, that was marketed honestly to kids. If it's safe enough to use for kids, it was probably safe enough to use for me, and something that had proper ventilation and that I wasn't afraid of setting on fire. Another big selling point for us was simply the amount of community involvement that there was behind the Glowforge. Not only is there the community tab on their website, but there's also the Facebook groups, the Instagram groups. The amount of friends I had made before even getting my laser cutter and a year into having it is unbelievable. One of the first challenges that I have come across with the Glowforge was simply the bed size. For a machine of this cost, I would have wanted the bed size to be a little bit bigger. They do have the option of the Glowforge Pro that does have a pass-through slot right here, but we'll get into the cons of the camera alignment system and why I didn't feel that was all that necessary. Second con, the service to access my Glowforge is all online. For us, it's really not that big of a deal. We have fiber internet here in Milwaukee, but I have really big files. I make maps that have hundreds of thousands of nodes because they are large vector images. It can take the Glowforge sometimes 10 minutes to recognize my cut, and that is a lot of time. And you don't get very much feedback to how it's going. At the end of the day, it's not a deal breaker for me. I really do like the interface that they have set up online. I just wish it didn't require the internet. Third con is definitely the camera-based alignment. But it's also kind of a pro. One of the biggest selling features was ease of use. It's very easy to use because it has a camera right inside of it that lets me see exactly what's on this bed. The problem with it and the con with it is the fact that that alignment is always kind of off. It just takes time to understand how off is really off. And I'm able to adjust for it because I use this thing constantly. I've done camera realignments, but still it's not crazy accurate. I wish there was a way to access the actual coordinates, but for now we're all kind of stuck to the camera alignment. And again, while it works, it does have its quirks. My last, and honestly my biggest con, but probably more pet peeve of Glowforge, is their marketing. Glowforge is currently marketed as a 3D laser printer. This is not a laser printer. This is a laser printer. This is a laser cutter. There's a big difference. They definitely did it to make it easier to understand what a laser cutter is. A lot of people that I'm connected with believe that Glowforges are for moms at home or for kids that want to make birthday invitations. They are not industrial lasers that can do the job when they need it done. They see it as the Cricut machine of laser cutting. And it might be, but it's really easy to use and it's super powerful. This needs to be shown to the woodworkers, the prop makers, the cosplayers of the world. to be known that it is a powerful enough machine to make the things that they want to make. Let's go to overall build quality. One of the concerns with buying a basic was that it was basic. Would it have enough lifespan? I'm happy to say that this machine is just as good as the day I bought it. I end up cleaning it probably once a month. That cleaning consists of me taking the crumb tray out, emptying that out, and then I will bring the laser forward, clean off the tube, make sure the mirrors on the print head are all clean, and that's really it. That's all the maintenance I need to do on this machine. I've had it for a year, and last week was the first time I've ever removed the mirror to actually clean it off. It has been a stellar machine, and I've had no issues with it. Knock on wood. Next, I want to go over some of the materials that I use. One of the nice things about having a Glowforge is the fact that you can send out your referral code. If people use your referral code, you just get money back directly to Glowforge's store, where you can buy acrylics, woods, veneers, leathers, MDF hardboards, anything you really can need to make your projects. That money goes directly towards that. The proof grade materials are wonderful. They just have an inconsistent stock of them. A couple of companies that have stood out to me, Johnson Plastics Plus. They have everything that I buy from Glowforge's store on their store, and bigger, for about the same cost. None of their materials come with masking tape. Not really a problem though. I use this big roll of masking tape on all of my materials that don't have tape built into them. A lot of people don't even use tape. I prefer masking tape because I paint most of my projects, so I don't have to worry about paint bleed. I've been really happy with the materials I've gotten from Johnson Plastics. They actually have a wider variety of wood species, which have been really cool to work with, and I would definitely check them out if you have the opportunity to. Another website that I found that I really like is Canal Plastics. Specifically, what I like most from them is their mirrored acrylic. This piece of mirrored acrylic cost me $14 and has made me $300. But I'm okay getting it from Canal Plastics because they have really good prices on these things. I also use Amazon a lot when it comes to materials. I buy a bunch of woodpecker 3mm birch plywood from there because it's great backer board. It's great board that I'm gonna paint. It's just a really versatile wood that's unfinished, so you can finish it to look like whatever you want. I will also buy MDF off of Amazon if it's at a good price. I have Honey loaded on my computer, and it will let me know when the specific MDF that I like is on sale, or at least discounted. We also go to Home Depot a lot for materials. It's really weird, but they have 4x8 sheets of plywood underlayment. They have 3mm and they have 5mm, which is an 1/8 inch and a 1/4 of an inch. Both of them cut on here really well. Both of them stain really well, and you can cut them at Home Depot if you don't want to bring a 4x8 sheet home. When we get them, we cut them into 2x2 sheets, and then we bring them down to the bandsaw and cut them to Glowforge size. Then I finish them with tape, and they're ready to be engraved. I wish there was a native desktop app. I wish there was a way I didn't need to use the internet. And if you guys want to add that and somehow get it to work on my machine, that'd be great. I wish I had the ability to engrave thicker things. Right now, the max cutting depth with the honeycomb tray in is 0.5 inches. Without the crumb tray, it's said on the community that you can do 2-inch thick materials, but I really tried to avoid that. I tried to stay at about max of 1.75. Without the honeycomb, you just have to make sure whatever material you put in there reaches that focal point of 0.01 to 0.5. As long as it's in that range, it's able to be focused by the lens. If it's outside of that range or too close or too far away, it's not going to be focused. And I just want to engrave a water bottle. Is that so much to ask? A normal size water bottle. Put a rotary access in there. I wish when I bought this I had the option to go wider rather than to go more powerful. I would have paid the same price for a Pro if it meant that I had a bigger bed size. Was it expensive? Yes. This laser cutter here is a Glowforge Basic, and I paid $2,495 for it. Do I regret buying it at all? No. At the end of the day, you guys are all here for the same reason. Would I recommend the machine? Absolutely, hands down, 100%. Go buy it if you're thinking about it. This machine allows me to go into my computer for 5 minutes, make a file, and cut it out immediately. It's just done. You just plug it in and you hit the button. If you've been on the fence for a while and you're really just trying to figure out, is this the right machine for you? Please feel free to leave a comment below with your questions or concerns. I will do my best to answer them. No, I am not a paid Glowforge employee. I do not know all the answers. I just know the answers from my personal experience, and I want to assure you that as someone that came in with no working knowledge of how this thing works, I was able to create a business, create a YouTube channel, create a Instagram following just from this. If you want to follow along with the projects that we're working on, feel free to check us out on any social media. Our handle is always at WhenGeeksCraft. If you want to see a central depository of everything that we do, check out our website, WhenGeeksCraft.com. We also have merch now. If you want to get a shirt of WhenGeeksCraft, or if you want to get some stickers, blankets, pillows, you can do that now. All in all, I love my Glowforge. I would buy another one, and I would encourage you to buy one as well. That's all for today. Go make something awesome. This is fine. Everything's fine.